Hey guys, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Alli.
And we are AlliChuck Adventures. This week we are
staying at Alafia River State Park here in Aliafia, Florida.
Yep. If you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below.
And ring that bell so you'll be notified when we upload new videos.
Well, we have to say, for the first time in quite a few camping trips, we actually got to the campground before the office closed.
Yeah.
It was still daylight out. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, normally it seems like we've been getting to campgrounds really late and everything's all closed up and we're having to back up or back into our spot in the dark.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. We have the backup lights now and they work great for that, but it was kind of nice not having to do that this time, I'll be honest. It was like, got right in here, no issues. And the way this campsite's laid out, it was just a perfect angle. It was just a straight shot back in. And
yeah, it was so easy for you.
That's one thing that's really nice about this campground too, is the sites are asphalt paved and they're side to side level, perfect. And when we got here, to our surprise, we are parked with a lake or pond right behind us here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Just a beautiful view back here. Actually saw a little baby gator this morning. Alli says it was a stick maybe, but no, I think it was a little baby gator.
Well, you said you saw its head move, but I didn't see that happen.
It could have been the wind moving the stick, who knows?
It could be.
But I'm going to go with my thought that it was a baby gator.
You just wanted to see one so bad.
I do. At a distance.
But anyway, yeah, this campground is so nice, and our spot over here where the fire pit is and the picnic table, they have pretty trees over with the moss. It's just beautiful.
Huge space in between our next camper, and we don't even have a camper on this side, but that side over there, nothing. And there's a pull-through side over there, and there's a pull-through side kind of over there, but there's a lot of distance between sites, so nobody's being a bad neighbor.
Yep.
Like last week, we could probably actually play our music a little louder and not bother anybody. But that got us thinking too. We were talking about something that happened on our trip home from Pensacola last weekend, and that was that I was so tired and wore out from the show the night before and staying up really late with Kyle and Renee and playing cards. Mm-hmm. Somebody went to bed a little earlier than I did.
Yeah, he was so tired driving home, and we had just pulled out of the campground, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a tough drive home. I'm not going to lie. I'm very worn out right now. Yep. He said, babe, you're going to have to drive some. And I'm like, okay. So
thank goodness I kind of got a little bit of a second wind once I had breakfast, and I was able to get us down I-10 all the way to US 19, which, starts the drive south for us from the Panhandle. And if anybody knows US 19, the northern part of US 19 from, say, like north of like Crystal River in that area, it's pretty much a straight shot of nothing. Just a couple of little small towns, and I was like, is there any way you could try driving the rig? And
so I did for about an hour.
Who's driving? I had to have a break. So we're on 19. This is a bunch of nothing road, so
yeah,
she's doing good.
I'm gonna say though that this RV is a little bit more intimidating to drive, just because there's a lot behind us, a lot behind the truck, and you could feel it swaying a little bit. And our previous RV, it seemed to be a lot more in control. But I mean, it wasn't bad or anything. It's just, I don't know. I was a little bit more anxious, and
she was nervous.
Yeah, a little nervous. My hands were sweating, and at one point I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to get to a point where I'm gonna have to pull over because I'm starting to get a little anxious, tired.
Yeah. And but I was so proud of her for doing it, and this got us talking recently here since then and we've had this discussion before, that she really needs to know how to hook up the RV, unhook the RV, basically set up and tear down the campsite, more so probably tear down the campsite more than set it up. So we were thinking, God forbid, what if something would happen to me, while we were camping, where I became incapacitated or something, she would have to
take over and do it all. And
yeah.
And I really don't know how to do anything. And so he had mentioned that when we were unhooking the hitch, he said, babe, you really need to know how to do all this. And so I really do. I mean, I'm the queen of the inside. He's the king of the outside, but I really need to be learning how to do these things. So
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do this weekend. I'm going to, this is going to be the goal of this weekend. I'm going to show her when we get ready to leave on Sunday exactly how to set up the weight distribution hitch. I'll probably even have her recorded on her phone for reference in case she needs to, ever needs to go back and reference it, But I mean, if bad come to worse, we're close enough to home. She could probably just, if something did happen, she could just drive the truck, leave the RV here, and pay for another night or two while her dad came and helped her. But
it'd be nice to be able to do it all. And
yeah, I would like for her to be independent, and
I mean, God forbid something happens to our parents, and we don't have anybody else to depend on or lean on. I need to be independent.
I'm not sure what she would do at that point, honestly. If we had nobody, and and some reason I couldn't do it.
It's kind of scary to think about that.
Yeah, but at our age, really, it doesn't matter what age. I mean, we could be riding the bicycles and be 20 years old and have an accident or something. But
we just know at our age that just things could happen, and we're not getting any younger.
Yeah, and I'm a klutz.
Yeah. So
anybody who knows me knows I'm a klutz. I break my toe into the door jamb. I might again, or I might, who knows, fall down the stairs going out the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
It is what it is. I try to be careful. It just doesn't always work out that way. So I just got through hitting some of the bike trails over here this morning while Allie sleeps in a little bit. I gotta say, in the 2 years since we've been here, I think I can tell I've gotten older because I was struggling, and I was struggling just on the main, just little easy trails. I didn't even go on any of the major mountain trails. I tried to do one and I was like, I almost wiped out just hitting a tree root, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this today. But if you're into mountain biking, I tell you what, this park, it has everything. And I'm probably going to try to get up early in the morning tomorrow morning and go back over and try to hit the one that I did a couple years ago that has the ramp and all that. There's just a lot of people here right now. The weather's gorgeous, and the trail was just so full of experienced mountain bikers, and I didn't want to look like an idiot particularly. We've enjoyed some really gorgeous weather here this trip, and it's a beautiful Easter weekend.
All right, so Friday night we actually had our very first guests for dinner here in Aquila. We pulled out the chairs and enjoyed having a nice dinner with them. All right, and then Saturday, Melissa and Dave came up, some other friends of ours. Chuck actually had a retribution gig, and Melissa and I hung out at the RV and played some cards and just had some girl time together. And today, we took the bikes out and showed them the bike trails here at Alafia River State Park. And Chuck and I let them use our bikes and enjoy some biking while we went on the Older Greco trail. And we attempted it last time, but it was getting too dark and we were a little scared of the murky water, so we ended up taking the trail out to the water today, and it was beautiful. Some really cool hills, a lot of the mining there for phosphates, and so that's why it had a lot of the highs and the lows. And Nikki sure loved it. She always loves hiking with us, but she definitely enjoyed the trails today.
So at this point, I'm showing Allie how to hook it up to the ball. Now basically what you want to do is push this forward.
Now?
No, you want to see when it can lock down. If it doesn't lock, then you'll have to pull the truck forward just a hair. It might slide back on the ball. You may have to go keep going. Okay. All right, so at this point it's kind of in a bind, so what you'll do is just jump in the truck, just put it in drive, and you'll feel it kind of pop a little bit. You don't have to like go very far, it's obviously. There you go. You hear that click?
Yeah.
Okay, it's in now. Okay. I come back and you flip this down to lock it in place. There it is. Okay, now you raise it back up. This is for the weight distribution hitch, so you're extending it. Just raise it quite a ways. You're wanting to lift the whole truck and the trailer at the same time. I kind of, as a rule of thumb, once it starts laboring a little bit, I start counting to like about 10 to 15.
Slid forward.
That's good. And since you're going to be the one putting these weight distribution bars in there, you'll definitely want to go fairly high.
Okay.
Hear it kind of laboring a little bit? Now, let's stop there and let's try. Let's just see. Grab the bar on the ground, label side up. This label side always goes up.
Okay.
Slide
It's
it.
heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. Slide it into that. Hang on, let me get it. Slide it in there, okay? You're in a bind because you're too high. There. Go lower on this end over here. Now slide it in.
Man.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't be that hard.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay, now once it's in, grab your pin there, and it goes in here. You may have to wiggle it to get it to find the hole to line up. Kind of twist it back and forth. There you go. Okay, once it's in, you latch that side in on the other side.
Okay.
No. Okay, you got it latched in. Okay, now we got to get the tool. You can see right now, this is not, you kind of want to raise the truck. I'll go ahead and do it for you here, to where it gets kind of almost level with the bracket.
And is this what you want this to be in here like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
So once it gets kind of closer to level, it's kind of slow going right now. We might be in a little bit of an angle. Probably can get it there. So you'll go up underneath. There you go. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Now lift it hard. Put your back muscle.
Gosh.
You're gonna. It's gonna snap. You got it. Yeah, keep going. Now you get in that kind of a bind. You know what I do? Just take your foot and just kick it on into place.
Oh my gosh.
You got it. Now take this.
Okay.
Pull your cotter pin out. It goes down in there. The other way. Hold the bar in. And just put your cotter pin back in the bottom. Perfect. Repeat on the other side.
Okay.
You got it. You can already see this side's going to be easier because it's higher on this side.
Okay.
Just at the angle that I'm at. There you go. That one was much easier.
Okay.
All right. Do the same thing with your pin. That holds the bar in place. Keeps it from bouncing out. Nope. Pin goes down the other way. There you go. Cotter pin goes down.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. And then you put your pin in.
Okay.
Okay, now that's done. All right.
Okay. This goes to right here.
Yeah, make sure that wire stays in there because that's your breaker really breaks. Go the other way. Come from the front backward. There you go.
So this way like that?
Mm-hmm. You have to kind of put it in an angle on this board. You don't even have, kind of twist it. There you go. Here.
Okay.
You got your other chain. There you go. All right, perfect.
Okay.
Now, last thing.
Where's the little, no, there's not.
You don't have one on that side. It's only on this side of the brake. Now you grab your pigtail and you plug her in. Top one. There's only one way it can go in, and I think you may be backwards. You're upside down. This part goes down.
Okay. There.
Push her in tight. There you go. Then you lift up on that, and you finally. I mean, you don't have to do this if you're going short distance, but
right here?
Yeah, I always lock the hitch down. Other way. There you go.
How far do you go?
Just as long as it's latched, that's fine. That's good.
Okay. And then you just close it like that?
Yep. Now hit your retract button and lower your tongue down. You're done.
That's it.
Once you're retracted, you're unchock the wheels and you're ready to go. And you already know how to unchock the wheels. You've done that before, so. These jacks are so slow, it's like watching paint dry. Or grass grow, as they say. So we're actually really super excited that we're going to be camping with Kyle and Renee from Happily Ever Hanks again next weekend.
Yep. We're going to be going to Homosassa area.
Yep.
Taking them to some of our favorite spots there.
We're going to show them Monkey Island. All goes well. We're going to take them to the freezer and treat them to some of the best peel and eat shrimp you'll ever have. And if we have time, I'd like to take them to Cedar Key, which will be a little bit more of a drive, but we would like to do that. And if you're new here, we would appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button down below, ring that bell, and drop us a comment.
All right. See you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.